Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Poncho here. Welcome to episode 38 of Cookups and Convos, part 2 of the interview with the bro, Ace Alexander.
You already know what it is, man.
How do you
Ace the
feel
GOAT, Ace the GOAT.
about that verse you just laid down? Or
I
hook?
mean, it was mediocre. Usually I'd have a little more time to edit some shit, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
For me, I like it.
It's
I
cool,
like,
it's a
I
vibe.
like it.
It's cool. And under the conditions, shit was not going smooth, but
Hey,
he
man.
still came down and delivered.
Hey,
so
man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
that's a fact. So like I say in every interview, I'm so big on come up stories. I think it's real interesting to see where artists come from and how they get to the place they are now. So could you tell me the story of when young Ace picked up a microphone for the first time? What was going through his mind? What inspired him to do it?
Actually, the first time I ever picked up a mic, and performed in front of people, was probably actually even in grade 11th grade, when me and this one girl was like, yo, you should sing with me, cause you heard me singing I think it was in the studio room where everyone dances and whatnot. I was just singing I think the poppin' song at the time. I forget the poppin' song at the time. It's I don't wanna go there by Chris Brown.
Oh, what fucking song is that?
You're hearing rumors about me and saw some pictures online.
I don't know the song.
Thinking they got you
Chris Brown
so
has
angry.
3,000 songs out right
Yeah,
now.
no, he
so
has
it doesn't-
100 million songs. So that song, yeah, that song, whatever the fuck that song is, y'all know, but yeah, she heard me singing that. She's like, yo, you should do a duet, because that was actually her favorite song at the time. So I was like, all right,
Okay.
say no more. So we entered in the little high school coffee house. I think every high school has their own little coffee house session where they sing. Yeah.
We did not have that shit. What the fuck?
Coffee house is where you can go and it's like a talent show, except there's no prize at the end. It's just people come and you can buy coffee, treats, whatever, and you have
Oh, we did not.
performance
That's
going.
dope. What?
Yeah, nah, our school did that.
We
It
did not have that.
Usually we did it for some charity. I think at the time it was Sick Kids Foundation we did it for. But I don't know, it was that was just the thing at the time, and I decided to do it. We had to audition. We got through, performed at the coffee house, and now here I am today.
So she heard you singing, so you were definitely into music and shit. But before that,
But I was more focused on sports. I was doing in high school. I was doing track. I was on the track team. I was on the basketball team. You know what I'm saying? I played soccer.
You look like a thrower.
Huh?
You look like a thrower on for track.
Nah,
You
bro.
know.
I ran. I actually ran, man.
Yeah.
I was a sprinter.
Okay.
Before I gained this COVID weight.
COVID weight.
Like,
Oh shit. It happens.
No cap.
It happens. So I was asking. So what? You never had any, I guess, desires to really get into music before that?
before that, it was more it was just a hobby. I just treated it like a hobby. But in the back of my mind, I started realizing when I was running track, I'd always be thinking about yo, I kind of want to perform again. I kind of want to do some more music. And I never really took it serious like that. You know, I was young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still young, but I was younger and didn't really have the maturity to think and say, yo, maybe I should start taking this more seriously. You know what I mean? Especially when I started realizing people around me started saying, yo, you should start recording. When I started to get it more than once per day, someone's telling me, yo, you should start recording. That's when I realized, yo,
there's something there.
there's something there. You know what I mean? I should probably keep it going. And later on, years passed, and I was like, you know what? Let me get back into it.
Okay.
That's how it started.
I feel you.
No cap.
That's what's up. So Ace today is currently in college, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you work a job, correct?
I'm currently on furlough, but I'm back in 2 weeks, so technically, yeah, I'm still working.
Okay. You've been on it since March.
Since I've been on it since March, since furlough. Yeah, bro.
Jesus
Sucks.
Christ.
It sucked.
That unemployment didn't suck though.
No, did not suck. Unemployment was hitting. I'm not even gonna lie. Unemployment was hitting, bro. You feel me? I'm here today, so y'all know unemployment hitting, bro.
I'm fucking dead.
You feel me?
But okay, so you go to school, and one thing that I see a lot of artists talk about is a struggle for them is balancing music and school and possibly a job and a family and social life, all that. Do you go through any of those experiences at all?
Yo, man. I think that right there just describes it all. But no, generally, yeah, I definitely feel this pain and struggle of just trying to do music, trying to do school, work life. You feel me? And like everything else just comes with that. Like, you know, you also have social life and like, you know, keeping up with everything else that's like going on in the world, like politics, all that shit. I mean, you don't have to keep up with that, but like I choose
don't keep up with that. I'm sorry, yo. If anyone gets mad at me for saying this, I don't give a fuck about politics at all.
That's fair.
Like,
And that's
I've never in my life met a happy politician or someone that worked in politics that was happy.
no cap. But like, for me,
Sorry,
I just
continue.
I just like to keep up with it. Just like
You keep up with it?
just for my mental. It's just so I know like when someone says something about it, I'm not too like. I don't look like a dunce.
That oblivious.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not like they're like, oh, so what you think about this? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that shit fine.
My dude right there.
Yeah, like, he doing his thing, bro. What?
And they're just like,
yeah, that's me.
And it's like he wants to kill black people. Oh, I mean, I meant the thing he was doing before that. That's what I meant was fire. You know, I don't want to sound like that nigga. So
I feel that.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that. I feel what you're saying, and I have respect for that. I just think it's a never-ending headache, and
it definitely is. For me, I get into a lot of heated debates just off of my viewpoints on shit, and I'm cool with it. Like I like those debates because to me it's just fun. And
I think
some people take it more like personal. It's like, damn, you need to just relax. Just
yeah, no, that's real.
maybe sleep. Who knows? Yeah.
Drink some water.
All that.
Shit. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is you just told me this. I didn't know this before you got here, but you're from Toronto.
Yes, sir.
And then you moved to Middletown 2 years ago?
Yep.
Okay. And you were telling me that just the you feeling like you needed a change.
Yeah.
And was it you or your family that felt like
I actually didn't move here with my parents and stuff. My parents are still back home, obviously. Like they're doing the thing, they have their job, whatever, and they're still back home. But I actually just came here like thinking like, yo, I need a change of scenery. Like, you know, I was doing school in Ottawa, which is like 6 hours away from Toronto, and like
What's it called?
It's called Carleton. Carleton is school in Ottawa. It's a nice school, I'm not gonna lie, but like for me it was just like I just felt depressed. Like I liked my program to a degree. I didn't like it all the way. So like I felt like I was just doing something I wasn't gonna keep doing. Like I was in computer science. I mean, it's not a far off from where I'm doing cybersecurity now, but then like I wasn't feeling it. So I said,
just felt pointless.
Yeah, and then like I was just constantly depressed. Like there was so much going on in my life. I lost 2 friends to suicide. You feel me? Like a lot of shit happened that just kept my mental down. I said, yo, I need a break from all this. And like there's other stuff that like happened, but like not that important. It's just like it just affected me, and I was just like not in a good headspace. So I said, yo, mom, dad, I'm out. I need to get out of here. And they're like,
you did the right thing. I was oh my god, who said it? It was a producer. I forgot who it was, but he was just like, yo, if you want to change or make a change in your life, change your scenery. And it's so major. I feel like it's so major. I personally feel like you can't make real changes if you stay where you are. I personally don't think that.
I mean, you can, but it's hard.
It's just you know what? I take that back. You can. It's just I feel like it's an uphill battle. Like I feel like once people move out, it's just like, all right, fresh area, fresh start, everything fresh.
No cap.
That's me though. But okay, interesting. So you really didn't even get much of an opportunity to do music in Toronto, right?
Like the opportunities were there, but I think with me, like I took all my friends' jokes and like them saying, "Oh, you can't do that." You
listened to them?
I listened to that, bro. And the thing is, like, when I started doing it, and they're like, and like I think they knew from time that like obviously like I had the potential. But like they never thought like I'd actually take it serious. But when I started taking it serious and like I started like progressing and getting like better and better, I started seeing my friends start to be like, "Yo, I never knew you could do that. That's actually really good."
That's
and
how it goes.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying like I did it for that reason. I did it because I wanted to do it.
There you go.
But like getting that recognition does feel good sometimes. You know what I mean? Like getting that little head nod from your friends or head nod from that nigga across the street that like used to live and say, "Oh, you doing your thing, bro." You doing your thing, bro. Like that little head nod is everything, bro.
It's that reassurance for sure.
Okay.
That's crazy. So then you get into Middletown, and that's when you really start locking in.
That's when I started locking in, bro. I think I came here like to do a what was it? It was like a coding boot camp. I felt my coding skills, like even though I was 3 years through computer science at Carleton, I felt my coding skills were just subpar. And I like, you know what I mean?
Coding
like,
is some other shit. My brother's into that.
You know
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's a headache. You know what I mean? Especially when there's one problem wrong in like a Java code and it's literally just a colon or something like that, and you're like, looks.
What the fuck is wrong
You're
with
reading
it?
through the code. You're like, the shit's not working. Shit's not working. Java doesn't work. And then you realize, all right, maybe it's me, and you start looking at it line by line, about 1,000 lines of code. You're like, all right, there it is. Yeah, bro.
Yikes.
It gets hectic. But what were you talking about again?
Oh fuck. Shit. Wait, hold on. Oh, you got to Middletown and started locking in.
Oh yeah, no, I got into Middletown. I just said, you know what? Fuck it. Like, outside of this coding boot camp, I still got like 8 hours left of my day. You know what I mean? It's probably like only 5 hours of my day that I'm at that coding boot camp. We started taking this more seriously. Started writing music on the train rides home from the city. Heading to the booth with my friends. You know what I mean? That's when I met you at the studio.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I started taking it more seriously. I started going with a group because I didn't feel confident in my own ability at first. But then as I started to progress, you know what I mean?
Was it like the energy of them around just like boosted you up?
Yeah, it kind of boosted me up a little bit. You know, obviously I was still nervous to be around people, but like
Yeah, I was about to say that's the opposite of what I hear from a lot of
having
people.
them there was still like a comfort. It's like I know that like they'll tell me the truth regardless, even if it hurts. But a lot of these things will be like, the shit was fire, and you go and you listen to it like, this shit was garbage, bro. Like,
Yeah, I feel it. Especially, you know what really gets iffy when it's an engineer and like you're paying him and then like he doesn't want to shit on your song because you're paying him.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
like, it's just like, yo, if you're an engineer out there and you're engineering, you think it's not good, please tell that artist, yo, this is ass. Like, just settle down and try it again. Maybe
don't say it's ass.
don't say it's ass, but like
ass.
at least give them some constructive criticism. You know what I mean? Like, it gets so annoying when you're like in the booth and they're not just everyone's just quiet and they're just like, I was proper, it was good, and then you go home, you listen to it, you're like,
What the fuck? Yeah.
what were they listening to? I want to know what was a different song. Like, I was like, I don't know, man.
No funny shit. I'm not an artist, so I could only say this from what I've seen. A lot of artists carry dead weight to the studio, meaning like people that just don't provide any
no cap.
value
No cap.
to the session.
That's why I
to
go
them.
alone. That's why I go alone now.
What'd you say?
That's why I go alone now.
Oh yeah. And
Okay.
like
no shade thrown.
yeah, it's just careful who you have around.
No
That's a
cap.
comment for another day though.
No cap.
But okay, so then you're going to the studio all the time. You're locking in. You're writing, and that's how it is. Actually, I do want to continue with the timeline, but I want to ask you a question just about Middletown in general. How do you feel about the music scene out there?
I mean, there's a lot of like, they have so much, like honestly, for all the cities like I've viewed and been around, I feel like Middletown has a lot of untapped potential. Like I hear a lot of like artists that don't even touch the booth, that
just got it.
just got it, bro. I'm like, damn, like you're not in the booth right now, and you sitting here doing this, smoking up with your friends, chilling. I mean, I don't care if you smoke up with your friends, but I mean like.
Just wasting time.
Just wasting time, and you're not really, you know what I mean? You got so much potential. You could be in the booth doing something, making some crazy music, and you're just chilling here. Like, there's a lot of people I know like that in Middletown, you know what I mean? And it's like, damn, like, this is, like...
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just how Middletown is. Like, the scene in Middletown is so, like, everyone's just so... It's just a dead place to be. You know what I mean? And, like...
Wait, I'm sorry, what do you mean by dead?
Like, besides, like, you know, like some of the crime that happens there, what else goes on in Middletown? Like,
Oh, you mean just like dry?
yeah,
type
it's
shit?
just dry. Like, there's no like you go to Newburgh, you go to Poughkeepsie, you go all those places. There's always like talent this or this kind of show or a showcase or something going on like at any point during any season. You go to Middletown, maybe once or twice a year, if even that. There's something going on that revolves around music or fashion or art or poetry or any one of those things. And then to me,
that's just like uninspiring.
yeah,
when
it's
there's
like damn,
nothing
like
going
you know what I mean. But and especially when they do like you know like if you go to Poughkeepsie, like all those artists are so well connected. Like you talk to one, they probably know 5 others in your group, and you probably know 2 others in
Facts.
theirs. You go to Middletown, I don't even know. Besides me and a couple of friends I hang with that also make music, I don't know anyone else. I don't know anyone else. Like they'll be like, oh, this is so and so, and I'll look and I'll forget their face by tomorrow because like I don't see them doing anything. Like I don't hear about them. I'm not really trying to hear about them, but You know what I mean? Like, it's just dead. It's just always so dead. Like, everything's just dead about that whole scenario over there. That's why, like, I try to get out anytime, any chance I get out of Middletown. Like, you say, yo, I'm doing this show, and I ask you, yo, can I please get an interview? You're like, yeah.
I was surprised you wanted to. You asked twice actually, because this somehow has got boofed within the scheduling. But like,
cap.
yeah, and then I was like, hey, he really wants to come from Middletown. I respect
I
it.
don't like being in Middletown. But any chance I get to just leave there, it's like I'm out.
But it gave you that like change of scenery that you needed.
Oh yeah,
before,
no. But the thing is, it's still a nice place to be because there is so much potential. You know what I mean? Like, knowing that is just like enough drive for me as an artist just to keep going. Like, just to, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I like about it. And plus, like, I do have a lot more connections from Middletown than I've ever gotten anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Do you ever feel like if you went to Toronto though, it would just be next level?
I think about that all the time.
I was about to say, if I were you, I would always be thinking about that.
But like, it's just like, honestly, I was gonna start making more frequent trips up until this whole COVID shit happened.
Rip.
COVID ruined a lot of things for a lot of people. I think for me, it just ruined like the ability to be more mobile and to be to and from more often. I'd have been there maybe once, twice a month, maybe once a month. If I just go, just cause like it's not like we're not that far. Everyone says, "Oh, Canada's so far." Toronto's not that far from here. It's only like 7 hours.
Yeah, from Middletown, it's 7 hours.
Maybe like 6.5. You're driving pretty well. If you're driving steady, you're pretty 6.5, no traffic, you're good.
Facts.
If you're coming from the city, it's gonna be hell because just to get out of the city is traffic alone. But
yeah, that shit's yeah.
but nah, no cap.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that like the universal view on Middletown? Just like dry, dead?
I mean, you gotta find the good in everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like where I was before, I just felt like there was no good. So like when I came here,
where you were in
Canada,
what was it called?
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
It's just dead over there. Like I'm not, shout out to all the people in Ottawa that are doing their music thing. You know? I mean, like shout out to all of them. They're always doing their thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But especially my boy Dolo's Revenge. He's a great artist. I had to shout him out real quick.
What's his name?
Dolo's Revenge.
Dolo's Revenge.
Yeah,
You heard it here first.
He's really doing this thing out there. No cap.
Okay.
Provided me my first show. But anyway,
wow.
on a real note, like you just gotta find the good in everywhere you are. Like Middletown, like there's times where I feel like, yo, this place is great. And there's times where I'm just like, man, this place is shit.
Yep.
I mean, like, and like, you just gotta like enjoy those moments and just like try to find inspiration from like those moments as opposed to just it being dead all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
you link up with your boys, you play beats, I comb through probably like 1,000 beats a day. Like I'm sitting on my computer, I'm doing my assignments, and I'm listening to beats. And if I hear something, save. Next.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
YouTube, sometimes BeatStars, sometimes, you know, like all the other platforms you can find beats on. Like I just comb through those, like, you know what I mean, all the unknown ones that I can't remember the name of.
That's crazy.
Find some little gems out there. Shout out to that boss Evan who makes amazing beats too.
That's crazy.
No cap.
All right. So I have a jar of deep ass questions that I would love to reach into and see what we find. So you know what it is. Question number one. Okay. Before we answer question number one, I need to reset the cameras.
No cap, do you think?
Question number one. If you could snap your fingers and master any skill,
Yeah.
what would it be?
Wow, that's it. The thing is, it sounds like an easy ass question, and you think about it, you're like, whoa. It's only one?
Only one. Yep, only one. It doesn't have to be music related. It could be anything.
For me, it's definitely music related.
Okay.
I have to say mixing and mastering. Cause like those guys who mix and master, like they're artist goats right there. Like they can really just like you can turn a terrible vocal to like a godly vocal if you're amazing at mixing and mastering. You know what I mean? You play with the EQ, you play with the levels. You know what I mean? Like I know vaguely about that stuff, but if I can really sit down, I could really just snap my fingers and have that in my arsenal, like to a T. Like I know everything about that. That would be because I could, like, I feel like it would just make me a better all around
Facts.
artist. You know what I
And
mean?
you'd be more self-sufficient.
Exactly. I'd be able to like just be like, bye. You know what I mean? I mean, but like I would still look to other even if I were to perfect it, I would still look to other like people who mix and master to catch a vibe to see how like their process is. You know, from me, like everyone has a different process. Even when you do master something, I feel like the thing about mastering is constant education of that topic. You got to keep yourself up on everything.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean?
Yeah, the funny part of mastering is there's no such thing as mastering.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No cap.
That's a good ass answer.
Oh, thank
A
you.
lot of people have that. There's another question that I asked like 2 interviews ago. It was what's the most important skill for an artist to master? And there's 2 artists, and they at the same exact time said engineering.
Yeah, no
Because
cap.
it's just
so important. Like if you can engineer a vocal, like look at A Boogie. And I know a lot of people don't like A Boogie. A lot of people do like A Boogie. He's kind of like that one's like he's both on the villain and the good side, but I gotta give it up to his engineers, bro. Like they made
shout out Cruz. I know his engineer. His name's Cruz.
They really do a good job on his vocal. Like I know he's obviously a great artist himself.
No, wait, I'm sorry. Fuck. Cruz engineers for Meek Mill. Fuck. Who's Boogie's? I don't know. My bad.
Nah, but like whoever does his thing, bro, he or she or whoever it is doing a great job. Cause I'm not saying he's a bad vocalist, but like to get him that specific sound, it takes time. Like, you know what I mean? And there's true art in just being able to mix and master a vocal very well.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Man, I just gotta give it up to a lot of these people that mix and master vocals, especially niggas I hear that are trash when they go in the booth. When they come out, it's like, damn. Oh my God. Like, that's a banger. Like,
Yeah,
I'll be like, yo, it goes in like, I'm like, I don't know about that. And then by the time it makes a master done, I'm like, I'm bopping to him like, hey. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really just sitting there like, yo, this guy got it, bro. Like, yo.
That's a fact.
But feel me? Like, there's really true art in just being able to engineer a vocal really
Shout out to all the fucking engineers out there.
Yeah, man. Doing your thing. Go doing your thing.
Boom.
Okay.
All right, next question.
Okay.
Mr. Ace.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like you work hard enough to be successful in the music industry?
The perils of being an artist. That's how I'm gonna portray this question, because as an artist, I feel like you never feel like you're good enough for anything. Like not never, but like you just don't feel like until you've.
I know what you're saying.
Until
You're
you
never satisfied.
you're never satisfied. So me, like right now, I definitely don't think so, and that's being truly like that's being honest to myself. You know what I mean? Like I definitely think I could work a lot harder, and with that being said, like, you know, I definitely got to work a lot harder. Like, you know what I mean? I definitely think there's a lot of work with not just me as like as an artist, but like even as a person that will benefit me, not just in the industry, but in life in general. And I just got to keep working towards just being the best I can be at everything I do. And that goes for whatever you're doing. But yeah, for me as an artist, yeah, I definitely think it's a lot of work that needs to be done. I need to start putting myself in the shoes where I said, I can do this, I can make it, I got to start working towards it. Like, I got to start working a lot harder towards that goal. You know what I mean? Because I see you and you doing your thing, you're working hard. Like, it just makes you think, like, yo, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like, this guy's working, you know what I mean? Why am I not working? Because for every person that is working, there's like 10,000 other people that are like working 10 times harder, 100 times harder, 1,000 times harder. There's niggas that go broke for this shit and do not care. They'll die for the music. They'll die for making music they love, and that to me is just I need to start doing that. I need to start risking it all for what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel like you haven't done that?
I don't know. I guess like I said, it's the perils of an artist. Like I feel like there's never ever a time where I feel like I'm doing enough. Like I always feel like I need to be doing more. Keep going. Like push harder. Find another level. Find another this. Do another that. Like I just feel like I gotta put myself out there more. Cause like if you go look at my social media, Ace_Alexander _. That's my Instagram right there. If y'all wanna go check that out, go check it out. But like I haven't posted in a minute. I haven't done anything in a minute. Like I didn't really get on it. Like, you know what I mean? I see everyone like constantly working, putting stuff on social media, and that's such an important aspect. And that's only one aspect where I think I'm failing. Like everywhere else, I feel like I'm mediocre, but I could be better. So I see everyone risking everything for this. Like one of my boys, Breezo Brown, he's always in the stew every day. Every day you check social media, in the stew. Me, I'm gonna be in the stew twice, 3 times a week. Like I just feel like I could definitely do more because I definitely see there's hours in my day where I'm like, what am I doing right now? Nothing. And then I could be using those hours towards my goal. You know what I mean? Like, I really just gotta start putting everything I have into it, regardless of how much. Like, you know, like I enjoy the ups and I enjoy the downs, but I gotta start using those downs and using those like spaces where I feel like I'm not doing anything and just do more.
I respect that.
You feel me?
I respect the honesty.
Yeah, I gotta be.
A lot of people just say yeah, and I feel a lot of people are telling the truth with it, but
there's definitely are those people.
It's hard to see your shortcomings, so I respect that.
Okay.
But next question.
Okay. I'm ready.
You already answered this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
What's up?
Should artists branch out and learn other skills like mixing, videography, shit like that, or should they just focus on being the best artist possible?
It's funny because I might even contradict myself here a little bit, and I might also agree myself at the same time, but agree with myself at the same time. I just said agree with myself. Anyway, fuck it.
Goddamn.
Nah, I definitely think me being an artist myself, I love like just to be a good all around artist. Like me, I don't think there's any genre I would exclude myself from except for country and heavy metal. You know what I mean? And that's just because I know my vocal doesn't suit that. I'm not saying there's not a scene for that. I'm not gonna.
Ace is never gonna start screaming.
No. For me, X, I rate him. He was able to branch over into a lot of these genres. Indie
Facts.
rock, he's able to do all of them. By like, you know, just that's just how he was. Like, you know, like, and me and myself, I know like to be able to sit in the booth and mix and master and all that kind of stuff is also a genuine skill that you need to have. But if you can make yourself the best artist possible, those things you might not need it as much. Like, you know what I mean? Like for example, like Tory Lanez, you know, he's a great artist, despite what everyone thinks
I feel
is
like
going
it's
on.
a terrible example right now.
Right, I don't care. I don't care what the media says. Me, like, you know what I mean? Nah, I don't care what the media says. I'm saying him as an artist. So I mean, like, I could have listed R. Kelly. That's an even worse example. So you feel me? I'm gonna go with Tory Lanez better of the two, in my eyes. So
This is terrible.
it is terrible. But I don't care. See, Tory Lanez, like, he can genuinely sing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But right after he's done on the stage singing his life away, this man will go in. This man knows how to mix and master himself.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He knows how to mix himself. Like, I don't know if he knows how to master, but I know he knows how to mix himself. He sits down right after. He has this portable little studio with him everywhere he goes on tour. And like, I remember like when I saw that and I said, this guy works so hard at this craft, and he makes himself the best artist possible. But he also provides himself with the ability to mix his own vocals and, you know what I mean, like be able to do all that other stuff besides just the singing and rapping. He's able to be a better all-around artist and do all that stuff at the same time. So that's why I feel like if you can find a balance, or if you can't and you just know you can be the best artist possible, do that. And then, you know, maybe later on down the line you try the other route, just to try and get everything to come together. But I would say yes to both. Yes to both, for sure. No cap.
I respect it. All right, we're gonna pull out 2 more questions for tonight.
No cap. Let's get it.
And boom. Mr. Ace, what is the purpose of your art?
Purpose of my art. I feel like it started out as a catharsis. Sorry, it started out as a hobby. That was a genuine purpose, to take my time away. Mm-hmm. Then it became more of like a catharsis. Then it became something I'm really passionate about. So right now, I'd say it's a mix of all three. And its purpose for me is like, everyone got a message from everyone got something they want to talk about in their music. But me, I feel like there's a lot of people that go through depression, all that kind of stuff, and like get down because of situations you've been in, whether it be love or just mental things going on in your mental. And some of my songs I talk about that, like you know what I mean, like a lot of them are unreleased, but for the most part, like even the main attraction, which is out now.
Run it up.
Run it up. Main attraction, Ace Alexander. You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, all that. You get me? But yeah, like even in that song, like I talk about how like I just want to be the best. You know what I mean? I want, like, you know what I mean? Like I want to be the best. Like I want to be the main attraction. You know what I mean? Like, like doing all these other extracurricular shit, like when people are in the streets and all that, it's not for me. You know what I mean? Like
the gimmicks.
Yeah, that's what I call it. But I know some people are born into that life and that's how it is. But me, it's not for me. And I recognize that.
Oh, you talking about real street? I thought you were talking about like the cloud chasing shit.
Oh no, there is that too. There's people that talk about it and not really about it, and there's people that talk about it and have experienced it, and there's people that talk about it that don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Facts.
But me, I use it as a way to connect with people. Like everyone has a time in their life where they're down, or they feel like they can make it in this, and I feel like I connect with that audience like very well. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I really do. That's really what the purpose is, just to connect with those people. Like everyone's. I know it's probably like very cliche to say that, but it's honestly a very genuine answer coming from a nigga like me.
No, I respect that.
You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last question of the night.
No cap. Let's get it.
This is the last question of the last episode too, but it's the perfect last question. If you had to describe your music career in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words?
3 words.
Wow. That is such a hard question.
Bitches, money, weed.
Imagine. Nah. Love. Hate.
Ooh.
And greatness.
Where does the hate come from?
The hate? Just from the stuff that I've been through, stuff that I've gone through in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through a lot. I don't talk about it much, but I feel like the best way to get it out is through music. And, like, people might be like, oh, he's clout chasing. Oh, he's sitting, like...
I feel like people that say that shit don't really understand,
yeah, exactly.
like, how
you know what I mean? Like, there's
helps.
a lot that goes into my music, and I just want people to see that is really like a message I'm trying to send out there, and there's really just like a lot that I go through. So I get the hate is a part of that, the love is a part of that. Like, and the thing is, like, you can't have love without hate, and you can't have hate without love.
Facts.
So I feel like those in the end, like I always put those two together to make my music. You feel me? Like, whether it be I'm loving what I'm doing, or I'm hating what I'm doing, I'll just put it into the music and let that speak for itself.
Hell yeah.
And then the amazing aspect, I said greatness, right?
Yes, sir.
The greatness aspect is like,
He's trying to turn up.
that's what I just want to be great. So let a nigga be great. Like, let me do what I do, and like, if y'all fuck with it, y'all fuck with it. If you don't, it's not for you.
Facts. You heard it here first. With that being said, this has been episode 38 of Cookups and Convos with the bro, Ace Alexander. Ace, could you tell the people where to find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram, Ace_Alexander_, and that's really all the social media I got right now. No cap. I don't have on Facebook. If you seen Ace Alexander on Facebook, let me know, because that nigga gotta go.
You got a Twitter?
Don't have Twitter.
All right. Just run it up on Instagram.
Okay.
So if you have any opinions on any of the questions asked, I'd love to read about them in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. Really, please subscribe. It helps way more than you may imagine. And yeah, that's what it is. Another dope episode in the
Deuces.
books. Yes,
Man, that was great. That was
facts.
I enjoyed it.